positive affirmations aren't working for you. And I don't mean that they're working a little bit, but just not quite enough. I mean, they are actively making you worse. And before you click off, I know that sounds crazy because you've been told your whole life, or at least when you started your manifestation or affirmation journey, that if you just repeat the same words enough times, that your brain will change. I am confident. I am abundant. I am worthy. You've said these things multiple times. You've written them in your journal. You've played the audio while you sleep, and yet somehow nothing's shifted for you. If anything, you feel more frustrated than before because now you're not just stuck. You're stuck and confused because what is supposed to work isn't working for you. So here's the real reason your affirmations are not working. And it has nothing to do with the words you're choosing, how often you're saying them, or whether or not you believe them hard enough. It goes much deeper than that. So what affirmations actually do and what they can't. You see, affirmations work at the conscious level. They are a surface level tool. Your conscious mind is responsible for roughly 5% of your behavior. The other 95% is driven by your subconscious mind. This means your automatic patterns, your emotional responses, and your identity level beliefs. Affirmations cannot reach the subconscious mind with repetition alone. This is because the subconscious mind just does not accept new beliefs because you have just said them out loud a couple of times. It accepts new beliefs based on new emotional responses, new repeated behaviors, and identity level proof. So when you say, I am confident, and your subconscious has years of evidence that you're in fact not confident, then the subconscious rejects the affirmation. It doesn't update. In fact, it pushes back even harder. This is called psychological resistance. Your brain is resisting harder the information that it does not already feel safe and comfortable in. So as a result, saying these affirmations doesn't just contradict your subconscious mind and the beliefs it already holds. Instead, it shows you a gap. It creates a gap within you that shows you that you are having a separation between who you are and who you want to be. And what this gap does is it reinforces the limiting beliefs, the shame, the frustration, and keeps reinforcing this cycle over and over. So if this is what affirmations are actually doing, then why are all the coaches and everybody on the internet and around you pushing them over and over to you? The affirmation industry is selling you a very comfortable lie. Affirmations are extremely popular because they're very easy to sell and very easy to buy. They require no discomfort, no real work, and no confrontation with the painful truth. They give you the feeling of doing something without actually changing anything at a deeper level. And this is why the gurus love it. They sell well, they create a dependency cycle, and most of all, they're impossible to disprove in the short term. It didn't work. You just need to do it more consistently. Does that sound familiar? So the real issue is that most personal development work is made to make you feel good, not to actually make you different. Feeling good and being different are two separate things. High performers who are stuck are often well-read, the most self-aware, and the most consistent with their practices. And they're still stuck because most of these practices are still at the surface level. The subconscious mind does not care about your morning routine. It cares about what you believe to be true at the deepest level of your being. And that belief was not formed by words. It was formed by experience, by emotion, and by your identity. So what was it actually formed by, and how do you change it? How limiting beliefs actually get created. You see, limiting beliefs are not thoughts. They are conclusions that your subconscious drew from your emotional experiences sometime in childhood. A single moment of humiliation in public becomes, I am not good enough to lead. A simple parent's criticism towards you becomes, I have to achieve to be loved. A failure becomes, I'm not the kind of person to achieve success. These conclusions get stored as your identity, and that identity becomes the operating system beneath the surface that runs the show. And here is the critical thing: the subconscious does not store these as memories that you can think your way out of. It stores them as emotional data felt in the body. They are triggered automatically, and they run in the background of every decision that you make. And this is why you can logically know that you are capable and still be paralyzed. This is why you can know that your fear is irrational and yet still be fearful. Logic cannot reach emotional experience. Only emotion can. So if that's actually where the block lives, what can you do to actually change it? What actually changes subconscious patterns? The specific emotional conclusion that created the pattern. It's not about analyzing it endlessly. It's about identifying it. It's about understanding its origin and then interrupting it at the level that it was created. This is what identity level work actually looks like. Locating the specific experience or moment that created the belief. Understanding the conclusion that was drawn from it. And then recognizing how that conclusion has been running the program ever since. And then you have to start creating new emotional experiences that contradict the old subconscious beliefs that are stored in the subconscious. And then reinforcing the new identity and beliefs through repetition of aligned action with your new identity. This is fundamentally different from repetition of words. Words without emotional depth do not affect the subconscious mind. But new emotional experiences, especially when paired with awareness and repeated aligned action, do. This is why clients that actually do this work don't actually feel better. They're actually different. They make completely different choices under pressure. They stop shrinking in rooms that they used to shrink in. They stop self-sabotaging right before the results because the identity has changed, not just the self-talk. The right way to use affirmations, if you're going to use them at all. You see, affirmations are not useless. They're just used wrong all the time. The problem is not the tool. It is the using of the tool in isolation without the root of the work underneath it. When you use affirmations on top of a unchanged subconscious mind, the subconscious wins every time. But when you first do the root work, identify and shift the subconscious patterns and conclusions you have, then the affirmations can serve as a reinforcement, not as a source of change, but a reminder of change that has already occurred. This is the correct order. Root work first, affirmations second. Additionally, affirmations only work when they carry emotional weight. I am confident, said flatly in the mirror, does not carry emotional charge. Rather, anchoring to a moment where you felt confident and reliving that emotion, that carries emotional charge. You see, the subconscious speaks in emotions, not words. So if you're going to use affirmations, pair them with evidence, pair them with feeling, and make sure that the root belief has been addressed first. Otherwise, you're just painting over mold and calling it renovation. So if your affirmations haven't been working, It's not because you are doing them wrong. It's because the tool was never designed to address the problem at the deep subconscious level. The subconscious doesn't respond to words. It responds to emotional experience, identity level proof, and repeated behavior that contradicts the old pattern. And until you go to that level, the affirmations, the journaling, the meditation, all of it will keep producing the same results, which is the feeling of progress without the change in reality. Now, you have two options. You can take everything I've shared in this video, go back to your practices with a new understanding, try to locate the limiting beliefs on your own. And I genuinely respect that some people are wired to do that on this path. Or if you're an entrepreneur, an athlete, a trader, a business owner, an executive, a high performer who is done fixing these problems at the surface level, and you're ready to do the actual work at the deep subconscious level that creates permanent identity level change, then click the first link in the description and book a call with me. In our 8-week identity and performance coaching program, we work through exactly this, identifying the specific subconscious patterns that are running your behavior, dismantling them at the root, and then replacing it with a new identity that actually reflects the person who you can be. We only work with 2 to 3 private clients at a time. Every application is reviewed personally before an invitation is extended. So if you're serious about this, the link is in the description. Book the call and I'll see you soon.